truest measure of the humanity of a society is the care it gives its members who are in distress. Most of the city is closing up by 11, but the emergency ward of a general hospital has no closing time. It waits to receive all those in sudden pain. A man has been struck down with an epileptic seizure. Epilepsy is an affliction suffered by some of the greatest men in history, a misery which he will not remember when he has slept and been cared for. The staff of an emergency ward almost every day sees things most people run across only a few times in the course of their lives and usually shrink from. They meet emergencies, not just with sympathy, but with expert knowledge.
Was the pain the reason why he was screaming like that?
No, the pain is part of the seizure, and it's a discharge in the brain itself, and not actually peripheral pain, but pain perceived in the brain without pain locally, if you understand what I mean. That is, he was having pain, but it was all in his head. He was actually having pain. It's in his head and not in his abdomen as he felt it.
Sorry, I'm late.
Saturday, 11:30 p.m. The night shift comes on duty. A night that will last till 7:30 in the morning. In the emergency ward, the size of the staff, the amount of equipment, the range of drugs needed are based solidly on statistics. They know that in a given period, they will have to treat a certain number of victims of traffic accidents, burns, attempted suicides, and they know from experience that Friday and Saturday nights are going to be their busiest. Brawls in taverns, fights, more people on the streets, and more people, therefore, to patch up. Most cases are routine, some funny or touching, occasionally an appalling disaster, but for the most part routine.
How does it feel?
It's okay.
It's all right?
The doctors working in the ward generally are interns. Every graduated doctor has to do his stint in emergency, for here, in short order, you'll be faced with a huge variety of cases. A woman painting her living room slips and crashes through a window. A man complains of pains which prove to be imaginary.
At that time, when that pain started.
Well, you started.
No, I'm talking about your back right now. Did you twist your back or do something?
A huge variety, demanding sometimes swift action, sometimes only patience and a degree of good humor.
I've taken up a lot more than you have.
You have? Well, you've
Yes.
been living longer than I have.
You're damn right. It'll take a hell of a lot more for you to turn around and tell me what I should do and what I shouldn't do.
I was just explaining to you.
Don't explain anything. I don't need it.
Well, can't you be reasonable?
I could,
Well,
to a certain extent.
Well, why don't you?
But why should I?
Well, there are other
Do you
here.
people? Do you people?
Why?
You're getting paid for it. We gotta pay for you. I was brought in here. I didn't ask to come in this bloody place. And don't tell me what you should do and what I shouldn't do. Because I've been 16 years in the darn nurse's aide.
Mm-hmm.
I know what I should do and what I shouldn't do.
Midnight. For the moment, quiet. Nothing for the shift to do but wait.
You aren't used to the city traffic, are you? I'm used to Omaha traffic at 5 o'clock.
I'm scared to death of it, being used to driving on country roads. Sometimes going 20 or 30 miles not seeing a car. And then came in on that Sherbrooke Street traffic with cars, you know, all going the same way, about 4 or 5 lanes or something, all going the same way. I was scared to death when I got up at the hospital here. I went to park out front here. The guy yells, "Hey, you can't park there." You know, there was a taxi place. So I drove out of there and I went up and I asked the doorman, and, "Where can I park?" "Up behind." So I thought, my God, this is rough treatment. So I went up there and I just stopped and sat and smoked a cigarette.
Would you rather work in some other part of the hospital?
No, I prefer casualty.
Why?
Because it's more active, for one thing. And again, there's the endless variety, which I like. I find it much more stimulating. There's no routine. There's no such thing as a routine here.
Do you find yourself sort of wondering who's going to come in next?
No, because it never worries you who is going to come in next. First of all, here in a casualty department like this, we're equipped for everything, the worst that could happen, almost. And second of all, you just haven't got time. While you're dealing with Mr. Brown or Mrs. Smith here, you're certainly not going to wonder if someone else, another Mr. Brown or Mrs. Smith, is going to come in.
Do you enjoy working with the new interns who come through here in training?
Oh yes. The new ones are so enthusiastic. It's a wonderful experience to them. It's their first time out and first time they prescribe, really officially prescribe treatments and do things for themselves. And in many instances, it's the first time I have to go.
Oh, fine.
Excuse me.
The police brought a girl in. She is in a state of hysteria and claims she has been molested by some men. She will be given sedation, and when she has calmed down, her story will be checked by the police. It may be that she is only hysterical. Emergency knows that from everywhere, the city will bring to its doors its burden of trouble and pain.
Around some of the slum areas there in the city, and they are bad, some of them, very bad.
Dr. Brander, Dr. Brander.
The city below, which for 1 million human beings is home and security, for some is a pit of loneliness. And some of the lonely and ill keep returning to emergency as though it were the one firm center in a bewildering, incomprehensible world.
Mrs. Greaves, what brings you tonight? What's your trouble?
I had 18 fits yesterday.
You had 18 fits?
In the Montreal General. Here's the paper.
Well, that's where you're now, in the Montreal General.
Where?
Don't you know that you're here in the Montreal General?
They said they're gonna bring me here.
Mm-hmm. Did you come by yourself?
Yeah, because I got up, I took a bath, and I took the pills, and I couldn't sleep.
You couldn't sleep?
I couldn't sleep.
Why could you not sleep?
I don't know. I tried, but I can't sleep.
Mrs. Lane, you are taking medicine, aren't you?
Oh yeah. I have a few pills, but see, I had to come back Monday, and she should have gave me a great big bottle of white medicine there, doctor.
She should, eh?
Yeah, that white woman, no, that doctor woman, you know, the lady doctor there. She gave me a small bottle of medicine, doctor.
Yes, well, we'll give you something for your headache.
Yeah, because
and also
the
give
head
you something to make you sleep tonight and tomorrow. How did you get here tonight? Did you come in a taxi?
No, they called the radio. I was waiting for the bus. Yeah, and I thought maybe I was gonna fall out, fall down there.
So the police brought you in?
The police brought me in. Anything, it just, just the head just hurts. I don't know what to do.
Does it feel better?
I hope it does.
Oh, sure.
I hope it does.
Well, you'll feel better after these pills.
All right, then.
And you have your sleeping medicine tonight.
Yeah, all right,
okay?
then, doctor. All right, then. Oh. I see the time that I had about 22 fits at one time. I was just a little girl too, and it was just near Christmas time. Too much excitement, you know. And the doctor said it was too much excitement.
Oh.
That's from your husband.
That's from his
That's from
desk.
Calvin?
Yeah, Calvin Lane. He's dead on the bottom of it. He's actually... William, I don't know. Where is he?
I saw him day before yesterday.
Where, is he got a place?
No.
No, he ain't got no place.
No.
So,
It's warm enough for you?
yeah, I guess it's too warm. So, William ain't got nothing, eh? Well, say you...
Well, I don't think so.
No, you...
No, that's a report.
That's a report. Well, you tell him that I'm sick and I want some money, some dough.
Okay.
Yeah, you tell him that.
All set now?
Yeah.
Now you're a lucky person to have someone drive you home.
Yeah, just a minute. Could you... just 1 minute.
Take your time.
Yeah.
It's all right.
You know where it is, doctor?
Busy day?
Yes. Do you have many lonely patients coming into the ward?
Into this ward?
Yes.
Very many. I suppose Montreal is a place for lonely patients. Any big city is. And even people who have family or lead, for their neighbors at least, respectable or acceptable family life. Many of them are essentially very lonely. The undercurrents in many families, tensions, disagreements, jealousies, insecurity. And these people need moral support from an outside source.
Something old. Yes, something new. Something old, something new.
In the quiet moments, time for ordinary things. Time for Nurse O'Reilly to gossip about her forthcoming wedding.
Tell me, are you nervous getting married?
I'm not nervous, but
Be glad when it's
I think it's a very important, it's a very big decision to make.
Oh, I think so
and,
too.
And once you're married, and that's it. Have you got any advice that you could give me? A married life? Probably tell me to hold my temper.
Oh, well, you'll do that all right.
Oh, I don't. Not all that often. Not as often as I should.
No,
Have you this far, really?
No, No, married life is 50-50. That's all. You just have to give and take. That's what I always thought. That's true. And I mean, that's the way it works out, I think. Sometimes you get awfully provoked, but still. It's what you make it, I guess. That's true. That's true.
If you're a doctor, I'm the patient.
I just want to try to tell
well,
you
let's
something.
get in the office.
You don't
Get
go
in the
anywhere.
office and...
You don't go anywhere
well, look,
unless I invite you to come in. Is
well,
that
you're the doctor,
understood?
that's
Yes, I know that.
Now, don't kid me. And what are you going to do about this thing?
I don't know what I can do. There's no injury as far as I can see.
Well, it hurts me. I'm the patient.
Yeah, I know that. But if it needs any thorough investigation, it has to be done during the week at the clinic.
Well, what happens if I go out and cut my head off? Would you help me? That's where it hurts, you see. No, that's it. Can I speak French to you?
I don't think we're coming clear. I'd like you to have your hand looked at in daytime in the clinic.
Casualty? All right, thank you.
13 minutes after midnight. Police call. Coroners St. Catherine and Guy. Accident. No details. Emergency is prepared for almost anything. If it's critical, a resident surgeon can be summoned.
All right, move back, please. Over on the sidewalk.
The car was smashed trying to avoid a pedestrian. The driver was unhurt, the pedestrian moaning on the street.
Come on, give us some room here.
Okay.
All right, come on, it's all over. Move along now.
Before the intern arrives at an accident, he feels fear, for he cannot know what he will find.
Give me something, because that bloody pain is killing me, boy, I'm telling you. That's no fun, boy, I'm telling you. Hey, just for the fun, put your hand there. Feel a bump? Right?
Yes.
Is there a bump there or not?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
It's not very small.
It's small, eh? Small. But did he ever whack me? No. See? That's where it hurts. Ooh! 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 Don't see, it hurts when you do that.
Yeah, well, relax it. Just relax it.
Ooh! I was walking across on a green light. And he came around the corner about 45 miles an hour. And he must have seen me. He must have. That's all I remember. Aye! You see, it hurts like all here. See, from here, right here.
Yeah, but before, when we picked you up, you said it hurt up here.
Well, maybe I did. I don't know. No. Ooh! See, right there. See? See where you touched there?
Yeah.
From here down right here. Well, you see, I can't figure out how the hell he hit me.
I noticed you've been in here several times by ambulance, eh?
Yeah.
Accidents on the street?
Yeah, but not for the same thing, though.
Well, it's not broken.
Thank God for that.
Not broken, because the bone's perfectly all right.
Thank God for that. Can I go home?
Yes.
Dr. B.G. Thompson.
2 a.m. The orderlies wait, trade stories.
Dr. Moore took one up on the elevator yesterday. He died on the elevator. The guy dropped dead right on the elevator.
Who?
Dr. Moore went to take a patient. I think he was going to take him to the second floor. He said, I put him on the elevator yesterday, Friday. He said he keeled right over on me. He was dead.
What, the man was standing up, or was he?
Yeah, he was standing up. And the doctor walked him to the elevator, went with him, and he keeled over. He dropped dead right there in the elevator with people on it. Well, I guess the fella says, you gotta go, that's it.
What a life, eh?
Oh, we had one here. He only worked 8 hours here. First day here. He went to punch out at 1 o'clock to put the card in, and that was the end of him. He 54 years old, he died. He only worked 8 hours. He got a job here, and that was the end of him that night, didn't get out. Then we brought another one up one time from the basement, put him on the operating table. Took his jacket off, and that was the end of him.
Thompson.
Huh.
Oh, yeah. One day here, there was 4 in here one day. a Chinaman. Walked right in the door. He dropped dead here, right here in the lobby. Another one, doctor, and everybody was around. Goodbye, I'll see you tomorrow. He got to the top of the steps, and that was the end of him. My friend went to shovel snow off the roof, and he died on the ladder, on the run.
Routine, most of it. In a few hours now, the day will bring in a string of minor accidents and the workmen's compensation cases.
Dr. Arnold Jones, urgent. Dr. Arnold Jones, urgent.
But in an emergency ward, death is never very far away.
Second all, I think. Just swallow, ma'am. When did she take these? Does anybody know? Did they get her on thing? When did she take these? Do you know? Just a few.
How many did you take?
This woman took a fatal dose of sleeping pills, but even in her despair, the will to live still flickered. She called a friend and was rushed in. The treatment is to empty the stomach of what is left of the drug with a stomach pump.
What happens when a person dies?
It takes years of study and training to prepare a doctor to fight the battle of life and death, and to prepare him to lose that battle sometimes without losing his own courage and morale.
I was feeling his pulse when it stopped. And his wife was holding onto his other hand, I remember. And of course I knew that was it. I went to get an injection to try to stimulate his heart. And by then he was going into failure of his breathing centers. You could just see the sort of color drain from his face, and you know, well, that was it. Anyway, there was nothing to be done then.
Okay, she'll be fine now.
We'll take her in and start an IV and give her a little oxygen and give her some caffeine, sodium benzoate.
In medicine, as in war, the responsibility that the individual bears is sometimes so great that only people of stern stuff can stand up to it.
How do you feel about making mistakes in relation to people, sometimes involving their lives? I don't know. You do your darndest not to make any mistakes. What kind of childhood did you have? Very happy one. It was always meeting up with a bunch of new school kids, and getting in the go of things there, and then being there for a year, and then moving on someplace else. It was until I was around 12, and then we moved to a farm. I think probably that may have had something to do with going into medicine.
Is that someone that you should be seeing?
No, I'm through now. That's that old lady.
What's the matter with her?
I don't know. She came in with they phoned an outside doctor phoned the hospital, and the ambulance went, picked the patient up, and then the relatives didn't stay, and we couldn't get a history from her. Yeah. So there's no history to go by, and the woman won't talk. She only mumbles a little bit. So what can you do?
Why did her relatives leave?
I don't know. It seemed like a case of dumping. You know, I mean, leaving. That's what it almost seemed like. I mean, that they brought her here and then left, disappeared, and we have no idea, you know, what the complaint is. Or
you said dumping? You mean that they just don't want the responsibility?
They don't want to bother looking after her. I think, you know, that's what it would seem like anyway. You'd think people would have more concern than that.
Does that happen from time to time here?
That happens all over, I think. That there are certain situations that a family get into that they don't want to look after a relative, and they'll maybe pull a stunt like that.
It's pretty rough.
Have you heard anywhere else? Just here, eh?
A night watchman fell off a ladder and cracked a rib. Sprains, cuts, abrasions. Only 2 more hours and time for another shift to come on duty. And above the city, the hospital waits to bring hope and relief to the inevitable tide of pain the day will sweep in.
Consultation, Mrs. Barr. Oh, where is he? No, you have to call the police. University 12511. No, they have to send a call for it, for the ambulance. University 12511, you tell them, and then they'll call us and we send the ambulance.